Welcome to another episode of the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History on the Tunde Laniyo podcast. It's our program on which we bring you personalities who participated and contributed to the growth of the Nigerian theatre to shape it into where we are today. And in the last couple of episodes, we have been speaking with one of the great personalities in that order of developing the Nigerian theatre, because he is not only a poet, an author, a playwright, he is also a university teacher. He was a university teacher because now he's retired, but he still continues to mold minds and continues to be in his area of theatre criticism. Welcome with me, Professor Mathew Umukoro, as we continue on the journey of his odyssey in the Nigerian theatre. Welcome with me, Professor Mathew Umukoro.
But one thing is that they found it exciting.
Right.
But then, it's not like a practical
Theatre
course which you could just manipulate and all that. You need to have a knowledge of the hardcore content of theory and criticism.
Right.
You know, it's not something that you can just, just get anyhow. You have to sit down and really do the work. And I'd always thought of those three: theory, practice, and criticism.
Right.
In all the periods I was teaching,
Okay.
I saw the interrelationship
Right.
between those three.
Right.
And I also, like, one of the questions I asked at some occasionally at some of the papers, the theory of theater, and the theory and practice of theater, and the practice, and the other way around.
Yes.
Putting it two in different ways.
Yeah.
I always try to play around
Right.
with those concepts,
Right.
theory, practice. But at the end of the day, I have always known that criticism is always the one that people lambasted
The support.
all of the time. Because the theorists, he bring up his theory, whether you like it or not. Okay, if you want to practicalize it, fine, it's all right, and whatever it is. The practitioner, he will practice what he preaches,
Yeah.
and all that. But the critic sits down and looks at both of them, and is the one that eventually says, is this theory practicable?
Practicable.
And then you tell the practitioner who has tried to bring out theory into practice.
Yes.
Has that theory actually
Been workable for the purpose.
met the purpose for which
It was.
In other words, the theorist tries to bring up ideas that can be practiced.
Yes.
The practitioner tries to see how much of the theoretical propositions
Yes.
can be put to practice.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I felt that the theater of cruelty has its own problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because you put the spectator in the middle,
Yes.
then the action will be going around,
Act around
right around them, and they will be turning up and down, all sorts of weird sound and music and all that. No audience would want to be subjected to that kind of. They want to go to a theater and relax.
And life doesn't really,
You know, yeah.
doesn't really consist in that way.
No, you know. So I then decided.
Like something.
I then decided that it is the critic I need to focus on.
Right.
It is the critic that is being misunderstood.
Okay.
You know, and that's why I try to push the point, to push the argument.
Right.
That if you are running away from criticism, then your work is not going to make any headway.
Right.
Because the critic is the one that puts you on your toes.
That's right.
If there were no critic, you would just relax. You know.
You won't know whether you are on the right path, doing the right thing or not.
Yeah. You know, and that hostile criticism is even better
than no criticism.
Than none at all.
That was your point of the lecture.
You know, I tried to translate into English a Yoruba statement. You know, which is ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó mọ́ni lójú. Ẹlòmíì ni ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ bí tá a wà.
Rárá tí ò mọ̀ pa wà bí kankan.
Ẹni tó mọ̀ ó mọ̀ lójú ó rí ojú ẹ̀ ló ṣe mọ̀.
Torí kó rí ẹ ní. Ìwọ náà dẹ̀ rí.
And ìmọ̀jú yẹn
ó ṣòkò acknowledge.
Ó mọ̀ pé ó lè jẹ́ out of envy kan ló ṣe mọ̀ lójú. Ó lè jẹ́ out of, you know, ó sáà mọ̀ ẹni tó kọ̀ wà, you know.
But
ẹni tó tiẹ̀ wo bẹ̀ẹ̀ kan.
Consider that you are alive. And there's a point that your being alive meant to him.
You know, but the critic, you know, yes, he might be subjective, he might be malicious, let him, because for someone to sit down and read your work, that is investing his own time.
Yes.
You know, I told you that my 12 of my copies of my Dose of Gold were there lying
in the library
the whole year.
In the library of Anna, and
you know, and nobody
looked at it.
You know, so I had that. You know, initially I was just, when I was thinking of a topic, I was just trying to think of how I could interrelate the theorist, the practitioner, and the critic. You know, whichever way. You know. So, but at the end, it dawned on me that it is the critic that needs defense. So
you decided to defend criticism?
Yes.
That's right.
You know, that is the critic that needs to be defended.
Right.
And the critic is doing you a noble service. If you write a book or create a work and nobody looks at it, nobody reads it, no, it means you have merely wasted your time.
That's right.
You know, the whole concept of art for art's sake is meaningless. If you want it,
art needs to be appreciated.
If you want art for art's sake,
in whatever way,
then don't show anybody. You write a poem, show me. Immediately I see it, it begins to have an effect on me. Either I like it or I dislike it. You know,
Yeah.
And already, it is no longer for its sake.
Yeah.
If you want it to be for its sake, don't show me. Go and keep it under your drawer and lock it up there. Then, you know. But you see, it is because they are overstating it.
Right.
What they are fighting for is the autonomy of art.
Yes.
Which is legitimate. That art does not necessarily have to do this or that or that or that.
Yeah, to conform to certain preconceived.
The art and the artist must be allowed to be free to express and create themselves
at will.
The way they want. Not that the art will appreciate itself.
Yes.
Art can't appreciate itself. So other people have to appreciate art. You know, in that lecture, I was just trying to start off an unending debate. You know, I want that it should stimulate
other
yes, you know, yes, that's right. That
further work.
Because when you say art for art's sake, it means that you cannot even talk about theme.
Yeah.
Because if you are trying to criticize a work that you say is for arts, then you cannot talk about theme. Because when you talk about theme, you're already talking of things outside the work.
Yeah. You're already imposing some parameters of examination.
Yes. You cannot talk of social background.
Yes. Context.
The context. You cannot talk about that. You only talk about language, the beauty of the language, the structure. The structure. You know. It's very,
now, coming from that direction, how many do you think there are enough people who are interested in the area of criticism and it seems as if even the opportunity for criticism may be reducing, and now we don't read paper. Mostly there's no physical papers are becoming an endangered commodity. Do you think it will continue to thrive?
You know very well.
You
know very well that art itself is going down.
Yes.
Because there are not enough critics, you know, to make the artists, sit up. The
so there's some form of complacency in the work that we are seeing.
Yes. You know.
They're not being subjected to the rigor of analysis.
Yes.
Real brain work.
Yes.
That will push it in the realm of acceptability or non-acceptability.
Because it is, you see, what happens is not that one particular critic endorses a work.
Yes.
And then you say this is a good work. No. What comes out is the interaction between the various critical ideas about the work that brings it up to the kind of standard that we want. And that makes authors to be wary when they are writing, because they should know what a good standard
should be.
Yes.
And that is what a lot of work lack now.
Yes. You know, most people, like I told you about the playwright and the playwriter.
Yes.
Most people are just playwriters. They're not playwrights.
Yeah.
You have very few playwrights, you know, particularly among this young
generation.
You know, playwrights. No. They are playwriters. You know, because that's exactly what they have done. You write a play and you bind it, take it to the publisher. And they publish. Whereas
it's not gone through the crucible of performance.
A play is a solid structure. It's a physical structure. A play is not like a novel.
Yes.
which exists in at the level of ideas.
Yes.
A play is a physical structure. You could almost touch it. You could almost feel it.
I agree.
Because it has to be put into a particular physical shape.
Yes.
And you have to make that shape available.
Prepare all of that.
In terms of blocking, in terms of, it's a physical thing.
Yeah.
It's not something that you achieve by merely writing something on the.
Yeah.
You have to go to the stage and actually put it there.
Right.
By whatever means you want to.
Yes.
You know, that's why you can't find Soyinka publishing a play without first
putting it on stage.
On stage, no, it's not possible.
And tinkering with it.
Yes, in the process, you will find it.
That was the way they evolved in those days.
Yes, you will find him, you know, oh, this particular scene has to go.
Yeah.
Because the scene is not serving its purpose. You know, maybe it's even breaking, you know, the idea and all that. You know, no, I think the best is just to
remove this entirely.
Gradually. That's why they say this play was first produced by with the following cast and crew. And they released their names. You know, because they are
co-developers,
yes,
collaborators in the creative process.
Yes.
I want to thank you at this point and say that even if we have 10 more episodes, we won't exhaust your experience.
It's okay. I'm ready for you anytime you are ready to.
So I will let you go now, and then I can tell you that I have other specific things that are coming to my mind, but we'll do them at another time.
No problem at all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Professor Mathew Umukoro must have so much to talk about. He's been involved with the theater from very early. He's still breathing and talking theater today. And so we have a lot to learn from his participation in the theater, particularly if you've noted, he started the drama group in Kaduna and it blossomed and gave him the opportunity to go and do further work in the university in Cardiff. Came back, got fully into the Department of Theatre Arts, and is done so much work bringing up different categories of products. Some of them his own students in the department and in many other departments in universities all over Nigeria. We want to thank you again for your work in Nigerian theatre and for coming to be a witness, stating your own story by yourself, your development, and how nobody was able to put you down, particularly after dropping the sciences that at that time, in that year, I think maybe it's still happening now, that derailed a lot of people because they will be struggling to do sciences when they ought to be doing arts and other things. So until we come your way again next week with another episode of the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History on the Tunde Lanio podcast, keep on liking the program, keep on sharing it, and click the subscribe bell so that you can have a notification when another episode comes your way. Until then, it's bye for now.